Today we're reviewing
Captain America, the First Avenger.
The shadows are calling us out. We are heroes, heroes in the darkest time, when there is no light. Oh, we are heroes, heroes in the darkest times, but we'll rise above.
Captain America, the First Avenger came out in 2011, I think, and it was the first movie with Captain America, obviously. They teased it in other movies, but this is a movie that I thought was a little below average. I mean, the stuff, it wasn't, like, I don't think I would call it good. It's definitely the lowest on the movies we reviewed so far, but what are your initial thoughts?
I don't know. I think I liked it more than Hulk, probably.
Really?
It's not because of, it's not like, it's my reasoning. It's just like, I don't know. I like the storyline. It's American. It's Captain America. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I kind of liked it more. It's not, I mean, I feel like if I would have saw Hulk, I saw none of these movies except Iron Man in theaters, like, to this point. So just kind of rewatching this on TV, I mean, it's definitely, like he said, it's definitely my bottom tier of the MCU movies. But, I mean, I definitely thought it was an average movie. It wasn't, like, a great movie, but it definitely wasn't a bad movie. And it's not like it's, like, that much higher above Hulk. I mean, I think it's probably just on Hulk's level for me. So the positives for me for this movie are definitely more of, like, the importance of this movie when you really think about it. It was, like, the last movie before the Avengers. And this movie really does have a lot of effects to the rest of the movies. Like, it's created the second one, and, like, just how, like, Bucky, that whole storyline built up, and it's still going now. I mean, I definitely thought the acting was really good. There was a couple good fight sequences, I thought. I mean, the villain was okay to me. I feel like he kind of got taken out a little bit too easily. I don't know.
Yeah. You didn't really have too much.
And you were saying he might come back later on.
Well, yeah, you see he got transferred. You don't know where he went with the Tesseract.
Yeah, so I guess he's not.
It's definitely one thing I like about the movie, how they set up, like, Bucky Barnes. He falls off, and they made it inconspicuous. So I don't know if they really planned for his whole storyline to go out that way, or if they just kind of were like, okay, we can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah, but another positive for me was just the whole storyline of him being a weak person at the beginning. He kind of just, like, he's the best, like, he's the hardest worker, and then finally he gets that serum, and he turns into a strong
Yeah, that was
person. So
definitely...
kind of, and, like, how, like, once again, how this movie affects the other movies. I guess there's a scene, I don't really remember as much, but I know it happened in this movie where he's getting, like, beat up, and he has that line.
I could do this all day.
So that kind of pays off later on, just how you started now, and then you hear it again later on in a different situation.
Yeah, he says how a weak man can, I don't know this quote exactly, but
Yeah,
a weak man learns compassion for the strength. That's why he deserved to get the super soldier serum. Even though, if you think about it, if he was that strong, that small, if the bigger guys would have gotten it, I mean, that means they would have been that much bigger, right? But it's obviously with good, like, with great power comes great responsibility, basically.
It's negatives for me, for Captain America, the First Avenger. Once again, it's kind of just falling in the same line of the Hulk, Thor, just kind of being not as memorable to me, I guess, but it's more just because I didn't see it in theater. Like, I only saw Iron Man in theaters, so I don't know. It's just, if I would have saw it in theater, I might have a different opinion. But, I mean, I definitely like him. I mean,
if you would have seen trailers for it, though, went to the theater, I don't think that really would have been better, honestly, because
yeah, I mean,
I don't think you would have walked out too terribly happy. This is just a movie, when you see it at home, I thought it was good, but if I went to the theater and saw it, I definitely...
Yeah, I mean, one of the quotes on the cover here, I don't know if you would agree with that quote, per se.
The best superhero movie ever? No, but,
I mean,
it's not bad. But...
It's definitely not bad. I guess if I had to think of specific negatives, I mean, obviously what we talked about earlier...
We said the CGI was a little sketchy, even though I don't really notice it.
Yeah, I mean,
much,
just compared to, like, some of their great CGI, I guess it was a little bit on the bottom half, but it still was really good CGI. It didn't look that bad.
No.
And then I guess the negative that we kind of cut out before was how there was a montage scene of, like, the fight sequences. I guess at the time it might not have seemed like that big of a negative, but now, after seeing Wonder Woman take place during a war, some of those fight sequences, you kind of wanted to, I guess it left more to desire for this movie, I guess, because, I mean, now if they did this movie now, they might have a better fight sequence in, like, a battlefield, but that's probably one of the negatives I have.
Yeah, like, I mean, the war, like, if you see the good war movies, like Hacksaw Ridge, the fact, if they montaged over the war sequences there, it's a different movie, which is why, if they would have, like, Wonder Woman did more of that.
I mean, it's more of, like, I mean, obviously it's a fake storyline, this isn't actually real. I mean, it is a real war they were going after. So I guess more of a focus on the actual what was going on might have made it better. But obviously they focus more on like stuff that isn't like what was the bad guys organization, like Hydra or something?
Yeah, Hydra.
So I guess that started that storyline, which that's still kind of going now, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's always hanging around.
For final thoughts, once again, I thought it was pretty good. Definitely was in the bottom half of the MCU movies for me.
Yeah.
Like kind of like what I said about Thor and Hulk, especially Hulk for me because I didn't like it as much as he did.
I love that movie for some reason.
Everyone has
I
their
grew up
movies
with it, like Chris Stuckman.
I like Suicide Squad. Everyone hates that one, but I guess if I had to give it a final score, I'd probably give it exactly what I gave Hulk because it's on the same level. Maybe it's a little bit better in my opinion. So I guess if I gave Hulk a 7 out of 10. I give this a 7.3 out of 10.
Well, I have to give it. I think I'm going to give it the same thing because I was going to say something before. No, I think I'll give it a 7 out of 10 just because. I mean, honestly,
it's still above average. I mean, it's not a bad movie.
To say this is the worst MCU movie is not bad at all because I mean this is probably my least favorite one. Maybe Thor 2. I don't know, but yeah, they kind of when they montage over the war sequences and the action's not really that great. It's not great action. I mean, there's a good villain, but I just think it's not very memorable. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 as well.
So that was our review. So that was our review of Captain America: The First Avenger. And a quick recap: I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. And we will see you on the next movie review which is
going to be
Avengers.
Yeah, the Avengers in 2012.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys in the next movie review. Bye, guys.